Hello kids. So today we are going to start the fifth chapter of our Living English book. Okay, and the name of the chapter is The Man Who Loved Trees. That means in this chapter we are going to study about a famous personality. Okay, who you can say deeply in love with trees. Okay, and let's see what he had done to save the trees. Okay, and who he was, and this chapter is on page number 57 of your Living English book. So let's get started with the chapter. So the man, okay, that means I said that there was a man who was deeply in love with trees. So the name of that person that we are having is Homi Bhabha. So Homi Bhabha was a renowned nuclear scientist. So who was Homi Bhabha? He was, you can say, renowned nuclear scientist. Okay, and he was also an artist. Now apart from, you can say, he was a scientist, but also he was a, you can say, an artist also. Okay, his painting can be found in well-known art galleries around the world. That means you can say he was a famous a scientist as well as an artist. Okay, he made so many paintings that was you can say kept in different art galleries around the world. He also enjoyed designing buildings and gardens, but most of all he loved trees. That means you can say he designed so many things, but the most important thing that he had a personal connect with the, you can say, nature, because in nature we are having trees, plants and everything. So he had a personal connect with the you can say nature. That means he loved trees. So let's get started with the chapter. So it is on page number, so I am going to start from page number 58. Okay, so the world knows Dr. Homi Jahangir Bhabha as an exceptional scientist, but few know of his deep love for nature. That means he was, a famous scientist, but apart from that he was, you can say, a lover, a deep lover of nature. That means he really cares about, you can say, nature, trees, plants and all. Okay, so when the Atomic Research Center was built in Trombay, all the design for the building and landscape were ready. Okay, now we are having one incident that will tell us that how much this Homi Bhabha Jahangir, you can say, loved trees. So what we will come to know that Atomic Research Center was about to, you can say, built in Trombay. So everything was ready, the building design, each and everything was ready. But however, the worker found a very old mango tree that stood on the land where the road had to be built. That means, there was a mango tree, and that mango tree was creating an obstacle in the construction of road. So let's see what happened next. When they wanted to cut it down, Homi Bhabha strongly protested. Now actually they wanted to, rest of the people wanted to cut down that tree. That means no, we don't want that mango tree, you can say, in the that path, construction path, so we have to cut it. But what happened, that's Homi Jahangir, Homi Bhabha, what he did, he protested that no, you don't have to cut the tree, because trees are a beautiful gift of nature, and they are really playing an important role in our environment, or you can say maintaining you can say that equilibrium in the nature. So that is why he strongly protested. A tree that is over 100 years old has even right to live, he insisted. Now what argument he presented, that means Homi Bhabha presented that even this tree had a you can say even it has you can say right to live, because it's been almost 100 years and it is still alive. That means he has the right to it has the right to, you can say, be here. You cannot cut it like this. So yeah, please redesign this section to accommodate the tree. That means accommodation means, you can say, that means if you wanted to build any type of roads and any type of building, please redesign the things again. That means I won't allow you to cut the tree. You have to change the path of construction, but you cannot cut the trees. Okay, now, and so the tree still stands in Trombay, a living monument to a rare human being. That means it is still there. That means just because this Homi Bhabha saved that tree, and it is still there in Trombay. On another occasion, when Homi Bhabha was traveling to Trombay, he saw some people cutting down a rain tree. Now we are having the second incident, that what happened when he was traveling to Trombay. He saw that people cutting down rain tree. We are having that, you can say, a kind of flowering tree. Okay, so he discovered that the municipal corporation had sold the tree because a road was going to build there. That means for the construction of road, people wanted to cut down the tree. And what happened, the municipal corporation had already sold out that tree. That means you have to cut down the tree, and after cutting down the tree, you have to construct a road over there. Now he requested the worker to stop for a while. Then he rushed to Trombay, called the head of the horticulture department, and asked him to transplant the tree somewhere else. Now what happened? So he just stopped the work over there. That means he requested those who involved in the construction of that road, so he stopped them. Okay, then he rushed to that Trombay, and he you can say consulted that horticulture department, means a department in charge of growing and studying plant. Okay, so he went there and he asked them to transplant you can say the tree to somewhere else, because he was the reason was that he was deeply in love with the nature, and he don't want to even destroy any trees or plants, you can say. The expert said the tree is in a bad shape. It will cost us too much to save the tree. Why do you want to transplant a tree that is no longer beautiful? That means the expert said that this tree is not beautiful and this will cost too much, so that is why we have to cut it down, because we don't have any other option. Bhava softly replied, if you were a doctor, would you not care for a patient whose face has been scared? That means now what the argument that Bhava is presenting in front of them is that if suppose you are a doctor and you found a patient whose face doesn't seems to be good, that was very scary, so what do you think? You're not going to treat that patient. Okay, so the man had no reply. The tree was planted and thus saved. Now he presented this argument in front of a person, and he had no reply, because you cannot say no to any patient, whether he is very beautiful or he is very bad looking person, doesn't matter. But just because you are in a profession where you have to treat you can say that people, that is your duty, that is your service that you are rendering to the people, so you cannot refuse anybody. So the same thing is applicable here also. Just because the tree is not beautiful, and so you cannot cut it down, because this is not done. Okay, so Bhava's journey was neither easy nor straightforward. Now we will come to know about Bhava's life. Okay, now what kind of life he led. So his parents wanted him to become an engineer, but he wanted to study mathematics. Now the question is that Bhava wanted to become a mathematician, you can say, but he wanted to study, but what their parents wanted him to study, they wanted him to study engineering. In 1922, when he gained admission to Cambridge University, his father allowed him to study. Now just because he scored very well and he got a chance to you can say that present there take admission in Cambridge University, so his father allowed him to study mathematics. So mathematics on the condition that he secure a first class in the exam. Why their parents allowed him to go there? Because they took a promise from that Bhava, that you have to score first class every time, okay, in your exam. Homi Bhabha did not disappoint his father. Now that means he fulfilled his father's dream. Okay, the words that he had given to his father, so he fulfilled that. Okay, for the next 12 years he worked with famous scientists in Europe and won many awards. So for the next 12, that means after completing his graduation, he worked 12 years with the, you can say, scientists of Europe and won many rewards. Okay, in 1939, when the Second World War broke out, he found himself in India and decided to stay back. He taught physics at the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. So he came India during the Second World War. Okay, and he decided that he will teach physics to whom? To Indian Institute of Science Bangalore. During his stay in Bangalore, Bhabha wrote to the industrialist J.R.D. Tata about his dream of building an institute of science. So he presented his viewpoint to whom? To J.R.D. Ratan. You can say Ratan Tata. Tata. I hope you all are aware with this name. Okay, that he wanted to construct. You can say that. Institute of Science, so that led to the creation of Tata Institute of Fundamental Research in Mumbai. So that just with the help of that Bhabha and J.R.D. Tata, they built you can say Institute of Fundamental Research. Okay, now like most great scientists, Bhabha believed that the true power of science lay in conserving, not destroying the nature. That means according to him, science is all about conserving the things, not destroying the things. That means you have to conserve your nature. If you are conserving your nature, that means you are protecting your motherland. If you are destroying it, then definitely you have to pay for it, because if you are cutting down the trees, definitely what will happen, some disbalance will occur in the environment, in the nature, and that will lead an adverse effect not only on the human but to the, you can say, whole world. So this will impact us on, you can say, in a very bad way, like you can say increasing the temperature, global warming, okay, shortage of rainfall, drought, flood, all these kinds of natural calamities will occur if we are going to destroy the nature. So it is very important that we should save our nature, okay, by conserving the jungles, the forest, everything. Okay, if you are cutting the tree, that is okay, but instead of, if you are cutting one tree, plant 10 or even more than 10, because only trees are during summer they will really help you through you can giving shades and all. So it is very, you can say, the most important thing that if you are cutting it, please plant as much as tree you can. Okay, because that is really going to pay in the future. This is really going to pay in the future. The trees are going to pay. That means through fruits and all. So it is very it is the most important thing that we should save our earth by planting more and more trees, okay, at a large scale. So I hope this chapter is clear now. Please go through the chapter, okay, and write down the difficult words that you found in this chapter with their meaning in your notebook. So till time, thank you kids.